Good morning, beautiful people. And here we are on day 7 of speaking to my younger self. Just the things that I wish I knew a little bit better, or I've heard them, but just going into a little bit of detail to myself, my former self. And so today, I'm going to speak about, are you scared to find out if you're actually any good at anything? And does that stop you doing things? Well, today I'm going to give you 5 reasons why it's much better logically, emotionally, and there's 5 solid reasons and tips and advice to stop that trap from happening and to get you to go out there and just try things, really, because I think that's the start. So the problem here is we like comfort, and when we look in charge of things, and we like to look in charge, because when we look in charge of things, hey, we look cool or whatever it might be. But the problem with that is that there's no growth there. So whenever you're in comfort, you're never making any progress. You're never doing anything you don't know. You know everything. So you can't possibly learn if you know everything, because you're just doing what you know. So there's absolutely no growth. So we've got to try to figure that one out. And then not only that, you start building up anxiety about stuff that you haven't done before, and you think, oh, I can only do this because this is what I've always done. So number 1 is you're never gonna learn if you don't give it a go. Just get out there and try things. We all start being terrible at everything. It's obvious advice, but it really needs to be said, because our mind can start taking our eyes off the prize there, and we lose sight of what's really important. But just get out there, try things. I think the really important thing is that you're gonna suck, and it's how you get back up once you suck. Are you gonna get knocked down and never get back up, or are you gonna, I sucked at this, let's carry on trying? So number 1 is never learn if you don't try. Number 2 is challenge yourself. And when I say challenge yourself, I mean challenge that emotional part of your brain, which is like, bear with me one second. Challenge that emotional part of your brain, which is saying, oh, don't do this or don't do that. Say, why not? Well, what actually happens if I do the thing you're saying? Why do nothing? Is that really what you want to do? And is this who I want to become? Speak to that part of your brain and go in deep into it. Understand it, really try and challenge it. Number 3, start small, but just start. Start something. Just do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. That's exactly what this is. I haven't posted on social media for 10 years, and I go, right, well, to get good, I am just going to do 60 days posting my thoughts. And that's where we are, week 7 of, or week day 8 of the 60-day challenge. So just start small, get out there and try things, and you're never going to know what you're good at, and you're never going to know where you have the passion for it. So just go for it. It's not a big deal. And if you fail, it doesn't matter what people think of you, because you know what you're doing. Why let your life be dictated by someone else who probably doesn't have your best interests at heart? Just go for it. That's the real important thing. Just go for it. And then number 4, and this is a really important one, guys, and I think this is one that I learned a long time ago, actually, from reading a book called The Growth Mindset by Carol Dweck. And this book talks about basically the growth mindset. So what is the growth mindset? The growth mindset is, let's say you want to try something, and obviously when you try something, the first thing you do is you're not very good at it. And the growth mindset, you would say, all right, well, I'm not necessarily very good at this thing, but I've got to keep practicing, and if I keep working hard, then I'm going to get good because I've got a growth mindset. If you have a fixed mindset and you fail, well, then you're going to go, oh, I'm crap at this. I knew I should never have done it. I'm always terrible at these things. And then you demotivate yourself and you're out and you're gone. So adopt a growth mindset. It's going to help you deal with the challenges. It's going to reduce your anxiety. And you just start seeing the world in a completely different way. Everyone starts out crap at everything. So let's just go. Let's start seeing if we have what it takes to be good at things. And number 5 is build a support system around yourself. And I'm not necessarily talking about the classic support system of you know, friends and family and the psychological aspect of it and the helping aspect of it. That's all true. I'm not a psychologist, so I can't necessarily go into that. And we've also heard that a million times. What I'm talking about is a support system of a kind of world around you, not just your family and friends, but maybe the content you consume, the books that you're reading, like the people that you look to get inspiration. You know, build that world around you. And when you feel demotivated, look to the other people that have either done it or, you know, that are doing it, and get that inspiration back. So I think that's a really important one, is build that world around you that you know where to go. You know, this isn't uncharted territory. I mean, it is uncharted territory for you, but other people have done it. Okay, and so that's everything that I've got today. And I think the key lesson from this is learn to thrive in chaos. You know, learn to embrace the chaos. Go towards it. You know, if you have a little worried feeling in your stomach, that's because you care. That's a good thing. Learn to embrace that feeling. And that's the way that we're going to get the most out of life. And, you know, the things that we continually go to, you're going to know if you don't like it or it's just a nervous feeling. So learn to live with that feeling of being a bit uncomfortable and just go for it. You know, you're going to be a bit out of balance sometimes. You're going to, like, that's the fun part of life, is figuring it out. So just go for it. And that's everything for today, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, and just let me know what you think. You know, it really helps when you comment, because I get to understand if this is really helping you or not. So yeah, really appreciate it. Have an awesome day, guys. Much love.